headquarters to host that city, and this is one of the reasons why New York has, the city of New York has more than 20 million people. It also has the highest density population in the US with more than 10,000 people per square meter, and it's also the biggest financial center and biggest stock market in the world. The city has business with companies from all over the world, promote cross-border movements of people, capital, technology and knowledge, information products, which means the globalization process that happens in the world when a city try to find a higher demand through its borders. Which force has shaped the development of New York? First of all is the immigration process that has increased the population of New York from 5 million to 8 million in 2010, and this has caused the urban sprawl in the city, and also has influenced the transport system, because like with the infrastructure, building bridges connecting the Brooklyn with the island of Manhattan allows people to sprawl through the boroughs. And the Erie Canal was fundamental for the development of New York, as it became a link between the Europe with the middle of the United States. And to establish guides for the development of the city, first in 1916, it was created zoning ordinance that create rules for the development of the city. Each region was going to grow up and in which directions. And a paragraph from the New York City planning, it's time passed and the demand for the land use also changed with the population, with new transport systems, with new technology, so the zoning ordinance always need to be changed. And after the Second War, New York became a leading city in the world, changing from the industrial base to the service economy. So the manufacturing industry that before that lived close in the New York City region, changed to other cities. Now I'm going to talk about the issues of New York, because it's increasing the population. From 2014, it's going until 2030, it's going to have an increase of 1 million people. So it's going to increase the demand for public transport, for housing. The United Nations has a document saying that in the island of Manhattan nowadays there is 9,000 homeless. There is also, for these new immigrants that are going to arrive, there is the necessity for infrastructure through energy, water, sanitation, and also there is environmental impacts, because the demand for cars need to be reduced through a better transport system. And those issues is all related to sustainability, livability, and where to the city. The demand for sustainability comes from the scarcity of resource. So, and to reduce the climate change, they need to produce more green energy, start recycling waste and water, and have more efficient housing, as the buildings are responsible for 3/4 of the greenhouse emissions of New York. Nowadays, the energy supply of New York comes from 24% of renewable energy, and there is a plan from the Bloomberg mayor to, by 2030, it achieves the number of 50% with the solar energy growth. Now talking about livability that can influence the other cities, as the cities are growing up, there and also it needs to have a better transport system with a more integrated network that would reduce the commute time and it would impact the mental health of the population. And I'll talk about the right to the city. It needs to provide a housing, affordable house for everyone, and efficient public transportation, and a social intervention. And how New York is going to act to solve these issues? The Bloomberg mayor has created the New York City Plan in 2030. It established guides and to achieve a better plan to more sustainable and affordable housing and a better public transport which will be more integrated and faster. And the Arab Connection Office has proposed to create a deeply green belt through the boroughs in New York, so it would be faster to move from one borough to the other, and we would have a connection between the three airports in New York. Now talking about the green areas, by 2030 the city plans to acquire 4,700 acres of parkland and public space, so all New Yorkers will live from a 10 minutes walk from a park. It's going also to clean up the contaminated land in the city that these areas could be used for a park or to provide land for the affordable housing that New York is known as a cultural city, so it needs to provide this affordable house to keep on having this diversity in the city. The city is also going to work on the waterways to provide more opportunities for leisure and to restore the coastal system. And the city has already spent $10 billion since 2000 working on these waterways. The public transport will be expanded. And now talking about the active transportation, the city has already built 300 miles of bike lanes. And New York also just created a fully protected roads connecting the boroughs and regional areas to key public transportation routes. Another problem is the waste disposal, that the city produces daily 23,000 metric tons, and that goes to 8 incinerators and 11 landfills. But this energy could be used to produce biogas energy, reduce the greenhouse effects. And to conclude, the fast growth of the population brought big problems to the local cities, problems associated with sustainability, livability, and right to the city. New York is working hard to overcome this issue through planning, and the city has created a plan to guide the development of the city until 2030, and they will create a better and sustainable city for citizens by creating more sustainable housing, green areas, cleaner energy, and a better public transportation.
Any questions? The conclusion, you write it by yourself? What? The conclusion, the slide. Conclusion. You don't understand.
I didn't understand.
The conclusion slide.
Yes.
The last bottom.
Yes.
Last bottom.
Yes.
You write the sentence by yourself?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, the issue is, you touch on maybe the requirement, we focus on New York City. New York City region is a little bigger than New York City. Yeah?
Yes.
New York State region
Yes.
is bigger than New York State. Yeah. So you may think about some regional issues. I mean, besides the New York City, the surrounding area of New York City, how to combine, how to integrate the different areas besides building safety. Not just focus on
Eu já fiz a parte.
because the new
Vamos parar.
the 2030 plan is just for building safety.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a wider